The United Nations General Assembly was born out of the ashes of World War II and a hope that multilateralism, cooperation, and dialogue would help secure a lasting peace. But as world leaders gather in New York this week, deepening geopolitical divides are testing that theory.
We meet at a moment of great peril for our world. Conflicts and climate catastrophe, mistrust and division. This is a definitive moment.
The biggest geopolitical flashpoint is the conflict in Ukraine. It's expected to dominate discussions both in public and in private. No one expects a significant breakthrough towards ending the conflict, but experts say the gathering provides an opportunity to find some common ground.
I think there will be a greater range of countries talking about the need to cooperate regarding the safety of the nuclear power plants, especially at Zaporizhzhia, the need to provide assistance to the millions of refugees that have been created by the crisis, the need to accelerate grain shipments.
The 7-month conflict has unleashed a global food and energy crisis, dragging down the global economy and diverting resources away from a myriad of other challenges the world is facing. This year marks the halfway point for achieving the UN's Sustainable Development Goals, a universal call to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that by 2030, all people enjoy peace and prosperity.
That's just 8 years away now. And you see the economy dipping and people pulling away from having the resources to put into the developing world.
Education featured prominently on Monday, leaders discussing ways to close the quality gap, which widened during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Education is in a deep crisis. Instead of being the great enabler, education is fast becoming a great divider.
Another crisis leaders will discuss is climate change. Record temperatures and raging wildfires killed thousands this past summer and threatens to worsen instability in the years to come.
It's a global problem that needs a global solution. But then when you get right down to it, and where countries have to make sacrifices, then you start to see the tensions.
It's here, experts say, where China can play a leading role. Its economic prowess and close relationship with much of the developing world makes it a policy-making influencer.
China has made a concerted effort in recent years to enhance its role at the UN, to be more active, and that's across a wide range of UN issues. Even though the president isn't there, it's still going to be very much consulted on the issues.
The leaders' speeches kick off on Tuesday with Brazil up first. U.S. President Joe Biden is scheduled to deliver his address on Wednesday and Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi on Saturday. And while those speeches will be closely examined, it's not just about what happens here over the next week. It's about how powerful nations like China and the U.S. position themselves for the coming months when discussions and negotiations at the UN take place. Toni Waterman, CGTN, New York.